Bill, sorry about that. How you doing?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good. I was just getting my stuff together. Um, so, um, thinking back to Friday, we caught you after the game, so we're sort of coming back around. It's a quick turnaround.
Yeah,
So, Chiefs, like what type of challenges do they present?
yeah, they present a lot of challenges. Spags does a great job. They have a really good scheme. It's a very versatile scheme. It's different personnel groupings. They do a lot of different things schematically out of those personnel groupings, and they have really good players at all three levels. Obviously on the defensive line with Chris Jones, awesome player. Getting Bolton back, obviously really helps them. And then, I'm very familiar with, Justin Reed. We had him, we drafted him in Houston. So, and then there's a lot of other players too. So, I just think they're smart. They do a lot of different things and they present a lot of challenges. So we have to have a really good week of practice and a really good week of preparation. And then we have to be ready to adjust during the game for what the game will be.
Next question, Chris Ryan, followed by Evan Lazar.
Hey, Bill, hope all is well with you. Wanted to ask about the conviction it seems like Bailey plays with, and how big of a deal is that when a quarterback just seems to have confidence in what he's doing, and even if he makes a mistake, is it better to do stuff with conviction as opposed to being a little bit undecided about where he wants to go with the ball, et cetera?
It's probably a good question for Bailey himself. Just from what I observed though is that he's prepared and he plays the game one play at a time. In some ways, he has a good memory of something that happened earlier in the game, but other ways he has a short memory. He's able to play the next play and look, I think at the end of the day, he's a young player. He's very grateful for the opportunity that he has, and he's going to go out there and try to do what's best for the team. I think that's what Bailey does. So, we have to have a good week here and see how it goes. But he did a good job of that on Thursday night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Evan Lazar, followed by Nick O'Malley.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Hey, Evan.
Just watching the game back, I thought there was a couple instances where, Bailey was changing plays at the line of scrimmage, and it seemed to be successful for you guys. I know he said that he alerted to the Juju play on the opening drive, things like that. Is that, more like game plan week to week, how much you put on his plate to do that, or him grasping the offense? Like, how would you say that, he's gotten to that point to be able to have the controls there?
Yeah, I would just say, like, in this day and age of football with offenses and then obviously defenses being so multiple that, it's just difficult to go to the line of scrimmage and just have one play and expect that play to be good against, whatever you're going to see defensively. It happens at times, where you have, hey, this is the play we're running. This is how we're going to run it no matter what they do. But most of the time, with all offenses, you have to make a choice at the line of scrimmage. And, that's kind of what our system is built on in a lot of ways. And so, Bailey did do a good job at the line of scrimmage last week. And, all of our quarterbacks that's part of what we do. They have to do a really good job of that. That comes with preparation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nick O'Malley, followed by Mike Giardi.
Hi, Bill. You mentioned earlier the Chiefs having some questions, of who they're going to have available when they come to Foxborough over the weekend. And from what we've seen over the season, they present a particular challenge for teams logistically, especially on road games. I want to ask you if you and the Patriots organization in general had a plan in place if Taylor Swift is going to be at the game on Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that. We're like, look, I'll follow Bill's lead on that. We're very focused on the Chiefs. Trying to game plan for their defense is hard enough as it is, not really focused on Taylor Swift. But yeah, no, it's I don't even know how to answer that question. I'm very uncomfortable right now.
We'll go to Mike Giardi, followed by Zach Cox.
I'm not going to ask you about Taylor Swift, Bill, but I'm going to ask
Thanks,
you
man.
if I got you a Trinity college football or baseball hat, can we swap out the Tufts Jumbo one?
Well, I'll tell you this. No, my answer would be no. But one of my good friends is the head coach at Trinity, Jeff Devaney, and we GA'd together at Georgia Tech. So shout out to Trinity. But I wouldn't be able to do that. I would never be allowed on the Tufts campus again if I wore a Trinity hat.
Jeff was my teammate at Trinity, so
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's
a terrific player and a great
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you what you've learned about Gerard Mayo, just from being in the building with him, kind of coaching with him. I know he's on the defensive side of the ball, but just sort of your interactions with Gerard.
Yeah, Gerard is a really good coach, great with the players. He played in this system, so he's got really institutional knowledge. This is where he's been, and he has a very strong feeling about the Patriots, the Patriot organization, and a good staff guy. Got a good sense of humor, knows how to keep it light, and does a good job coaching. So yeah, my interactions with Gerard are good. We don't like. When you're on offense and defense, you're kind of in separate worlds during the day, and then you come together at practice or maybe in a team meeting. But yeah, no, it's been good to work. The whole staff's good bunch of guys. Good bunch of guys on the staff.
Thanks, Billy.
Yep, thank you.
Zach Cox, followed by Taylor Kyle.
Morning, Bill. Just curious, how do things change for you as a staff when you have a situation like you guys had with Ross, where an assistant leaves in the middle of the season and you have to kind of rearrange things around that?
Yeah, there's certain things that you have to do that Ross had responsibility for, whether it was coaching or scouting report things or whatever it is. But Troy's here, so there were really two guys coaching that position. Troy does a lot for us, and so we'll be able to pick up the slack there. Will Lawing, Billy Yates, Vinny Sinceri, Evan Rothstein. We all kind of chip in, and everybody has a little part and role in everything that we do. We work pretty well together, and so we'll just pick up the slack as we move forward. But congratulations to Ross, and I'm sure he'll do a great job at Syracuse.
Awesome. Thank you.
We'll do two final questions. Taylor Kyles Taylor Kyles and Michael Hurley. I couldn't see the last name.
Hi, Coach. Thank you so much for your time.
Yep.
So I noticed in the past couple weeks, it seems like defense, especially when it comes to the run, are playing you guys really aggressive with blitzes and stunts and things like that. And it seems like backs have had to make a lot of guys miss at or sometimes behind the line of scrimmage. I was wondering, am I seeing that the right way? And if so, how much of that is impacted by, unfortunately, Adrian Clem not being around? And how much is just guys, needing to keep their eyes up, like I've heard people mention a lot, and just having to be on the same page when it comes to picking those things up?
Yeah, some of that did happen a couple times in the Pittsburgh game, and I think we adjusted that pretty well as the game went on, and we were able to, pick that up. That was one of their answers to our run game. We've been able to run the ball pretty effectively the last 3 or 4 games. So sometimes the answer is to hit us with, pressure, and in the beginning of the game they got us on the first play of the game, and I think moving forward we did a better job of adjusting, and so that's something that we have to do and be ready for. The Chiefs do a lot of blitzing, so we're going to have to be ready for that with the Chiefs. And, that's part of where we are right now and how we have to game plan and be ready for that type of pressure.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And last question, Michael Hurley.
Hey, Bill, just a simple, straightforward one for me. Do you see something click with Juju last week? Because obviously his most productive game, and is there something that might have clicked that could help going forward?
Juju played really well. I mean, I don't know. I think that's maybe a better, question for him, but he played well. He made some really, really tough catches. 2 that I can really remember that he was really covered and he made the tough catch. And that's really what we need from Juju. He does a really good job in a running game. He helps us on a lot of, different blocking schemes. And then obviously, in the passing game, he had some really key catches for us. So hopefully he can continue that. He's an important part of what we do, and yeah, he did a really good job in Pittsburgh. Maybe it was being back in Pittsburgh. I don't know, but he did a nice job.
He was on Kansas City last year, so another one.
Yeah, very true.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.